What's up, y'all? So we have the premiere of P-Valley. And woo, I have missed it so. Cheers to P-Valley. Cheers to Katori Hall, because she's obviously still that beach out in here doing the thing with P-Valley. Here's to her. So we had a very good premiere episode. It did not disappoint. So many things have gone on, as well it should, because it's been a long time since the show has been on. We've got new dancers in the mix. Hello, Cool Gamer. What's good? What's tea, baby? We've got so much going on here. Just so much. I don't even know where to start, y'all. Dominique, baby, hello, beautiful to you. How did you like that premiere of P-Valley, honey? Yes. So, let's just see. We've got the Pink reopening soon, since Charlize is going to be opening up again. Girl, I would get there. Monique, let me do this, okay? Okay, we getting there. Oh, girl, yes. I know. I'm getting there. I wrote the whole paragraph for that one. What's up with the vibe? How did your live go? I'm sorry I missed it. But okay, so here we go. Let's run down everything that happened before we start at the beginning, and let me know if I missed some things, child. The Pink has been denied another relief loan. It looks like it's another one that they got denied for. Only $25K left of what Autumn gave Uncle Clifford. Okay, you know, she gave him all that cash to get going, and you know, it don't went away, whatever he did with it. But you know, he had to get the Paradise Room back together from what had happened was in the finale of last season when they killed Montavious. You know what I'm saying? We still don't know where they did with the body. I wonder if that's going to come up. Where is the body? Anywho, what else? We've got Autumn. She was gracious enough to give Mercedes a down payment for her gym so she can get her girls into the gym. Mercedes feels like she should be getting a bigger cut since the coming attraction that is now Pussyland car wash. She's the main attraction. Her price for her under that, as you've seen on the little billboard there, is mostly hers. Yes, I love it. People complain about episode, but it was good. Yes, it was. You know, they had to put a lot of things together. It's been so long since it's been on, so they had to make sure they dotted some T's and crossed some I's and whatnot, because a lot went on. You know what I'm saying? So, other than that, I'm fine. Let's just get to the daggone opening scene. We'll get through everything, I guess. Oh my God. We got a birthday party going on that the Crooked Pastor is at. That Crooked Pastor is the one who's been asking Mercedes' mama, Pastor Patricia, for money for the church. And you could tell she felt something was sneaky with him last season. So he, after a kid grows up, just leave the poor woman, mama, whomever there with all of them kids, all them babies, and goes to 7-Eleven. Okay. You know, 7-Eleven is open all night. He was somewhere else where something is open all night. You know what I'm saying? But hey, 7-Eleven is what he want to call it. We're going to let him, right? So now he rolls up. He sees a little car wash. And then you see Pastor Patricia's billboard picture that someone done wrote all type of obscene stuff on. And now he's got to make a decision, looking at his holiness and looking at his holiness. You know what I'm saying? He decides to take into his holiness, and he goes to the car wash. So I don't know what is about to partake and take place. And yes, I know what 7-Eleven means. That's what I said. He went somewhere else where something is open all the time. So he goes to the car wash, and inside the car wash, the first thing he runs into is Uncle Clifford. And he like, oh, hell no. He tries to bag on out. But once you in, you can't get out. So he rolls through and he gets the Mercedes experience. And she did not disappoint. Mercedes still got it. It ain't even time for her last dance. She got too much to give still. You know what I'm saying? So you see her doing her thing, giving it all she got, and the pastor is enjoying it a little bit too much. That's not him. That's not the pastor. The preacher was Stefan who told her she can't be a preacher. I'm talking about the dude who came in. That's not the dude that came in last season and said, I thought your daughter was going to give us another donation. He looked just like him. Well, whoever this dude is, you seen what he did. He is obviously going to be someone who is going to be in this season a lot, because that scene of him doing all that he had with Mercedes doing her dance, he in the car getting happy, getting excited, doing his thing for thing. And then you see Uncle Clifford knock, knock, knock on the door. That's dude from the shot. See, I don't watch the shot. I don't know nothing about the shot. But he goes knock, knock, knock on the door, and he rolls down the window, and Uncle Clifford gives him a complimentary batch of wings that comes with the experience, I guess. And then he gave him some Clorox wipes for the dash. And then they showed the dash. And oh my God, like, I don't know. When was the last time he had a moment? But it looked like he ain't had one in a long time. Because it was like drip, drip, drip. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on here? Then I had to remember, I'm watching Pvalley, y'all. We watching Pvalley. And I said, yep, welcome home. Right back where we started with the craziness. I said, Lord mercy, why did it have to be so much? Why did it have to drip like that? And what do they use to make it look like that? Because it looked exactly like that. I was like, oh! But it's like, what y'all think he did with the wet naps afterward? Because it didn't look like he had no trash in there. So did he just throw them on the floor in the passenger seat? I don't know, because that was quite a scene right there. And I think that scene stayed with me the whole entire show because that was a lot. So now that we have gotten past that opener, let's get into what else is going on this episode. So we've got, like we said, Autumn has given Mercedes the money for her gym to open, or down payment for it. We've got Miss Mississippi and her little boyfriend, baby daddy, Derek. By the way, their daughter, Regal, is the cutest thing. She is so cute. But she says that they're doing better from when she talked to Gidget. Gidget was on the phone, who has left since her mother passed and hasn't returned back. So at that point, it seems like they're doing good, that she says. Now, he's all scruffed up, don't grew his hair out, grew a beard, everything. And he looked better that way, honestly, in my opinion. He don't look so much like a you-know-what, but we all know he's still a you-know-what, especially from how he talked to Diamond right before they got into that thing at the end. So he's still a you-know-what. But he do look better all the same. Too Cold, I do know what you're talking about. You don't even watch the show. Bah. Probably them. I threw them out the window. I mean, they had to do something. Rico Ross was the preacher. Okay, Rico Ross was the preacher. So, but we passed that. We talk about everything else going on. So now we've got, like I was saying, Miss Mississippi and Derek. So they've got their daughter. She seems to be doing better. She seems to be the only one working. He's trying to get a job. He's looking. He's trying to get anything he can get, I guess. He wants to be back in the shop, but don't look like that's happening soon. And Miss Mississippi is doing her thing on, it looks like, OnlyFans. She's in her room on the internet. She had a lot of viewers, which was the most she has had since, I guess, she started it. Derek watches faithfully, not because he likes to or is supporting her, but because he is still controlling her and watching her. So they have their little thing going on. She's talked about how it's not going to be the same long. He's going to be back in the shop. She's going to be in front of the crowd again. And he's like, nah, all you need is that room. And so she is obviously not wanting to stay in that room. Now, meanwhile, you've got Lil Murda calling her, texting her, talking about, let's do this tour thing. Let's get this going on. And so he is trying to get her all hyped up because he knows without her, it's barely nothing going to happen with his tour. She is his coming attraction, okay? Everyone who was on watching his video that he has out, and y'all see them guns, he don't got all buff and everything. Like, okay, Lil Murda, I see you, sweetie. Okay. And so she's doing her thing on the pole, you know, in the music video. She's a video head. Okay. And she looked good in it. She looks really, really good. But ain't nothing popping off without Miss Mississippi on that tour. And he knows it. Even Woda told him that and made him know, like, look, you trying to go somewhere on tour in the middle of a pandemic. You is not going to get what you think you're going to get if you ain't got Miss Mississippi by your side. So when he initially reached out to her, y'all seen how she had to decline it because she knew Derek is not going to let that happen. But at the end, you seen that she's like, okay, we about this life. Let's do this. Hey, let's talk with Sheila. What's up, girl? And so we also have the fact that Mercedes is the coming attraction for the Pussyland Car Wash. She wants a bigger cut than everybody else. How y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel she should be getting a bigger cut? She is the main attraction, right? These new girls is some new girls who don't look like they can do much. They look kind of run down, like they just starting and they ain't matured and prospered yet. They still a caterpillar next to Mercedes as a butterfly. You know what I'm saying? And their names are Toy and Jupiter. And Jupiter has a newborn baby that she don't even know who the baby daddy is, obviously. So I'm like, Lord mercy, we got a new one with a baby, don't know who the baby daddy is. And you ever know where that can go. Anybody could be the baby daddy. And I hope that ain't going to be a thing. But you know it probably is at some point. That is if she get a better storyline going forward. So back to Lil Murda. So him and DJ Never Scared working on beats. He got him a new song. When he make it up out this, you know what I'm saying? He going to be some stupid. So that looked like a banger next to, Mississippi Pride. So he got some bangers going on. So he feeling himself, looking good, got it going on. It looked like he did away with 360 dude. What's his name? I don't remember his name. The 360 dude is what I keep calling him because he ain't important to me. So he stuck with Wody, which is a good thing. He stayed true to himself, but he's still down in the dumps. As you see, he missing his Uncle Clifford. You see that, right? He missing him hard. He has been texting him nonstop for months, as you can see. And Uncle Clifford ain't giving him no play. He said what he said, and he meant it. Uncle Clifford is not about that. You cross him like that, make him feel like that, he ain't got no kickers for you no more. He really, really don't. And I don't blame him because he did him dirty. We about business right now. He was trying to be nice to you, trying to bring you out your shell. And you want to act like this toward Uncle Clifford? We ain't going to do that to Uncle Clifford. We don't do that. Uncle Clifford going to have to make a whole nother rule for that. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, what else we got going on? Andre and his wife. At first, I did not know what was going on with them. Okay. She comes in, takes off her mask, and you see all of this going on her face. I'm like, I know Andre ain't bob jamming and weaving on her, but she's a nurse, works in a hospital or a doctor. I didn't read the badge. Did anyone read the badge? So she's taking off all her stuff from the hospital, showering and all that stuff. She goes upstairs because I guess she's staying away so she doesn't get anyone else sick. And Andre is just sitting there on a chair, look like a folded chair, not even a comfortable chair at that, just playing video games. And it looked like that's what he's been doing since she left. And I'm looking at him like, what don't happen to him? Now, he looks scruffy and not taking care of himself, but Andre still look good. And I don't know why, but he looked better to me now than he did last season. I like the scruffiness on him. It works for him. Yes, I agree. That scene was kind of weird. I was like, what's going on? I didn't get it at first. So then you seen her going through his phone. And she's reading off everything because he ain't answered her calls or texts all day. And she's like, well, apparently you ain't answered nobody else's either. And so she's going through them and reading off everybody. And she's like, who is Haley? And I'm like, oh, snap. Haley don't call them. Of course, that's Autumn. And so Autumn was texting him condolences to Uncle, his goddaddy, Tydale, who died. He became the mayor when I was the mayor. And now he ain't. And now Wayne Kyle, one of the brothers. That's part of the whole Promised Land equities. You know what I'm saying? So now he's in charge for the reopening of the city that's about to reopen in a couple weeks. So there's a whole lot going on there because obviously they don't let Andre go. Said he's laid off, but we know he ain't coming back. He dropped the ball when he didn't get that lot for the pink. So you already know it ain't nothing kicking for him. They kicked him out quicker than they could have. So it was like, dang, Andre. So he ain't got no job. And now he's got to mourn his goddaddy. He hasn't been on the best terms with him since everything happened. Because you see how he stormed out on the season finale. So they haven't been on good terms. He comes to the funeral. He ends up being a pallbearer. They still needed one more because he got 5 kids. And he got 6, but the little one that he just had is only a year or not even yet. So, of course, he can't carry it. So he ends up being a pallbearer with the other kids. And Autumn ends up paying him a little visit before the funeral. They had their little talk and everything. And he's like, I thought if I seen you again, I'd slap you. And she like, oh, really? I thought they was going to kiss. And I'm like, please don't. That would be so corny. And they didn't. Thank you, God. So they had a little moment, but obviously she was just trying to test her gangster to see if he still wanted it. And you could see it in his eyes. You know what he be wanting. He still like her and want her too. So after all that was said and done, it's just like, okay, what's going to happen between them? So obviously they may not rekindle things at some point. They obviously got a lot of things going on still, a lot of unfinished business. And especially now that Kyle done rolled up to the house with stacks of money, big stacks. I don't know how much it was, but it was a lot. And he's like, well, Uncle Clifford may not sell, but definitely the new owner will. And of course, that is Autumn Nights because they are co-owners now. So I don't think she did not give up all that money just to let this man come up and just buy it from her. That would be like the hugest mistake. Why would she do that? She put all that money into the pink just for it to go to hell with these people. But you never know, because it's not doing well right now because of the pandemic and everything. And you don't know how many people about to just quick to come back up in the club just because it reopened. A lot of people are still scared to go back to normal. You know what I'm normal. So, you never know what's going to happen. Anyways, a lot was going on. So I just want to know, what did y'all think of everything? Because I need to know what y'all thinking, because so much happened. And then you see that Pastor Patricia don't got her a food drive going and a CD popping. She said, I'm fixing to sing, she said. So she got her CD going on with her food drive. She trying to get it popping. You don't see any scene between her and Mercedes yet. So maybe we'll see what's going on with them. Of course, we'll see what's going on with them further at some point. And I can't wait to see how that go down, because she obviously didn't give her the money back. But we obviously haven't seen the whole church that she took the money from her for. So she is an ultimate hustler. Yes. And just like somebody in the church to use the church's money. That's why I've never... I don't understand the whole pastor offering. That's why they only get $1 from me, because I don't know what you doing with that money. I don't trust it. Never have. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand it. Never been the one. Like, this is supposed to be God's place, and you know how they feel about money. Supposed to be the root of all evil and all of this other stuff, but the want of money is the root of all evil. But that's a whole nother story. So what else is going on? Miss Mississippi, when she's on the phone with Gidget, she runs into Diamond. Oh my gosh. You can see the disgust on Diamond's face when he's seen her. Now, he is obviously doing security for the dollar store. And she rose up, to get some diapers. I'm not really sure why she had that whole plan to leave the house to go get the diapers. I don't know if it was so she could talk to Gidget or to people or what have you, but she felt like she needed to create a diversion in order to leave the house. So she did, and she got out, but the only thing we saw her do was talk to Gidget as she got to the store, which is where she met Diamond. So she's trying to apologize to him, and I wasn't feeling her apology as much as he was. She can keep her apology. The way that she did him that night, I am still mad at her myself. Like, how could you? Really, how could you? So he feeling the same way. Like, I did all of this for you, just for you to pull a gun on me. I don't need your apology. She tries to give him a necklace with a charm, or maybe it was a crystal. I'm not sure, but he's like, I don't want something that ain't gonna work. I don't need it. And then she walk away crying and sobbing and all of this stuff. Like, oh, I can't believe he did me like this. Like, I can't believe you can't believe it. How could you even possibly think this man want anything to do with you after how you played him? You straight up played him. For him, for Derek? Put Derek side by side with Diamond. Which one you taking? Come on, which one are you taking? No, Sheila, he sure was not. He sure was not. No, ma'am, I don't think so. He was not feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. Nobody should have been feeling. Bye, Felicia. Right. Bye, Felicia. Because I wouldn't have even had any type of nerve or audacity to even walk up to him. I would have seen him. I would have just turned around and went to the next dollar store, because there's got to be 5 in the area. There's so many. Like, that had to be couldn't have been the only one. But why out of all of them, that one and that's the one he had? Like, You ain't been to that one before, so you just now seeing him, but that's neither here or there. The point is, she had the nerve, and I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, you can't say nothing to me. But it was a very, very good episode. I can't wait to see what else happens. Oh, yeah, we've also got the whole clash between Uncle Clifford and Autumn. Well, she is more called Haley now, so let me call her Haley because he seems to be going by Haley. I am drinking a Seagram's wild berry flavor. I'm keeping it light tonight. And it's so good. So yeah, keeping it light. Not trying to do too much. A girl got to work tomorrow. Okay. So yeah. So Autumn is trying to keep everything afloat, trying to make sure that the girl still got a place to dance and everything else. So she wants to get some new girls in the rotation because something don't messed up with Mercedes' shoulder and she can't operate right. I can't tell though. Hey, L&V girl. But I can't tell though, because the way that she was twerking and working on that pole, what they called her last time the pole assassin, she still looks like she can work it. So I don't know what's really wrong with her that much, but obviously it's something. So that's been healing, I guess. Maybe that happened from that night with Montavious, because she did get, tussled up a bit. I'm guessing that's what happened. But 5 months, he must have really messed her up. Like, dang. So, yeah, she's trying to get back to herself. And Autumn Nights wants to get some more girls into rotation. She said, don't do that. I'm about to get Toy and Jupiter up on game. I can get them up there. I can train them, basically. And so I guess Mercedes thought that was a done deal when she said that. Obviously, it wasn't, because when they was watching What's Love Got to Do with It, the classic movie with the classic part where they are fighting in the limo, Mercedes rolling through her phone and she sees an ad for auditions for Pvalley for the Pink. And she's like, oh, heads no. She chucked that phone. I was like, dang. She almost got her right in the head with it. But she was pissed. She's like, how you gonna do this to me? And Autumn's just like, look, I'm trying to make sure y'all got a place to dance. Your shoulder messed up. We about to reopen. I need to make sure everything is gravy. But on Mercedes' end, she's like, we already trying to split the pot between enough of us right now. And you want to add more to it? Like, we all gonna walk out of here with basically nothing. But, Mercedes is getting a better piece of the pie now, because Autumn said she gonna break her off with something about the door, whatever, how that goes for the Pink. So she is gonna get more now. But that ain't enough for her. And she feeling some type of way. Obviously, within good reason, because it did look like she was the main attraction. I don't know who all them other girls was, but when Mercedes did her thing, she did her thing. And she was the only one that made homeboy do what he did on that dash. You know what I'm saying? So, kudos to her. So, yes, it was a very good episode. And I think that is basically everything. Did I miss anything? Anybody? Yeah, she probably dislocated the shoulder. No healthcare is real. Ain't that the truth, Sheila? Ain't nothing real out here. For real, for real. I mean, if it is, it's some BS. And if it is some good stuff, it costs too much. You know what I'm saying? But also, it looks like Lil Murder's doing a little something on the side. You see when he went outside and did that little pass through with homeboy? So he obviously trying to get that together, because he ain't got tours going. So he trying to get that cash some way, somehow, which is much respected, trying to get your dough, but don't get caught up in no mess, please. Because the last thing you need is to get caught up in some mess before you go on tour. Then you ain't going on tour and now you all messed up. But I would love to see what's going to happen when Derek find out about this tour and what Miss Mississippi going to do about it. Because that's going to be a whole nother thing. And I don't think she's ready for that. Because if they are doing any type of good, that's going to take him right back to where he was. Right back, and even worse. Like, you going against me, I'm not working. So that means if she do go on tour, where he gonna work, how he gonna do it? He gonna be stuck with the baby, and he gonna flip his lid on her. So he better be careful. Diamond gonna have to put his pride to the side and come save a hoe once again. But she better be careful, because shoot, he may not do it this time the way she did him. I wouldn't. And that's where she messed up. I don't know why she thinks she can do this, because ain't nobody here to protect her and save her this time. You wanted to kill the last man. You wanted to put a gun to the last man who tried to help you. Now look at you, looking all sorry and crying and walking away at the dollar store parking lot. But her hair was cute, and I like that purse. Her purse was real, real cute. But I'm so mad because I was rooting for them as far as Diamond and Miss Mississippi. I was just like, they're going to be so cute together when they finally get together. And it ain't happening. But Diamond looks so good. Y'all, ladies, didn't he look good? Child, he looked good. He looked good. I missed him. Whew. Yes, honey, child. Like I said, or maybe just something wrong with me. I said Andre looked better, looking all scruffed up than he did when he was in his suit, tie, and all clean shaved and stuff. But I dig the scruffiness. It was dope. It wasn't that funeral dope. The whole Tydell funeral, they all wore lime green. It was outside, like they was suited and booted. I was like, okay, now you knew you was at a black funeral. Only at a black funeral that goes down. You don't look that good at no other type of funeral but a black funeral. So he went out in style for real. And that was dope. That was dope. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I cannot wait to see what happens for the rest of the season. It just started, so it's about to be so much going on. I need to know what y'all really want to see this season. Talk to me. What y'all trying to see this season? I'm trying to see what happens between Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford. I need for Uncle Clifford to answer his text. How long is it going to take? The Pink is about to reopen. Reopen. Yes. Reopen. And who knows what's about to happen. I hope Gidget comes back, because she was so funny last season. And I wanted her to get more. Of course you do, Uriah. Of course you do. Typical. And look, I'm not even going to say, will Mercedes have her last dance? Mercedes ain't having her last dance. That's never going to happen. But the way they kept making fun of her the whole entire episode about it, though, like, dang. Like, add insult to injury. Why, though, too? We're in for a treat. I want Haley and Andre to get together. I'm horrible. No. I don't think you're horrible for that, Monique. Because, I mean, I was rooting. Like I said, I was rooting for them, too. Why not? Oh, yeah, he married. I forgot about the wife already. But hey, they weren't introduced to us in the best spot anyways. So is it really bad? We see more of a chemistry with him and Haley than him and his own wife. So what was we supposed to think? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, you're right, because you wanting, of course you do. We were rooting for them before we do. Yes, exactly. So, it's like, we can't just turn it off just like that, just because he married. I mean, maybe you should, but it is what it is. I guess we both horrible, Monique. Shoot. Cheers to the horrible ones. But obviously the chemistry is still there. Obviously she still got something for him. I mean, yeah, you can send condolences, but who just drives all the way to see someone just to say, now you want to diss me? She could have sent him another text, even though he may not have answered it, but she wanted to see that man face to face. And she wanted him to see her. And she looked so good when she went to go see him too. Getting all up in his face. Like, I'm sure he could smell her breath as close as she got to him. In the dark, all of that. Like, come on, Haley. We know what you're doing. We know how you do. Huron said that's all. Andre is going to kill his wife. Well, sure, she may just pass herself from it. Not to say that. Is that horrible to say? But it's a possibility. She is working in the hospital where she is with it 24/7. She is working with every patient that has it. Like she said that day, 10 patients passed. The day before, 12 patients passed. So it's likely it could happen. You just never know. I am the Rwanda police. He promised to take safety measures. It's he sure didn't he though? She told him get there early, not late. What did he do? He was in the daggone funeral. Wasn't no 6 feet apart, especially if you a pallbearer, you just possibly can't. And in the house full of people, it was more than 10, and not everyone lived in that house. I mean, half of the count that could have been there was his kids alone. So Tynell was a very busy man before he passed. He had a whole nother baby. I don't know how old that man was, but he was still working it. Okay? Exactly. So we all watching Andre now. He better watch out. He might end up with it himself. He best be careful. And now that the Pink is about to open, he's got all this cash. Now he about to try to, I don't know, what y'all think gonna happen with this? Because if he tries to be in good graces with Autumn, and then he's got to do this campaigning of trying to get her to sell the Pink, because they still need that space in order for these casinos to still pop off. They still want this casino stuff to pop off. And now that Wayne Kyle is active mayor, he's going to have a lot more power. And you never know what's going to happen. And it's just crazy. So we don't know what's about to happen. But hopefully by next episode, the Pink should be back open, if not the one after that. But I am so ready for the Pink to open. And I need Lil Murder to show up. I need Uncle Clifford to be surprised and just caught off guard. I need it all. I am ready for it. And I know if she shows up and Miss Mississippi is part of his tour, she gonna show up. The girls are not having her. The girls are not impressed. The girls are not impressed, okay? So that's going to be a whole new thing too. We got a lot of storylines going on, and it is about to be popping, completely popping. And I can't wait to see it all. But I know something is going to happen between Andre and Haley. And the wife is going to find out. She already owned to him. One, because you seen how they was looking at each other at the auction on the finale. And how she just walked out. That wasn't just him following her lead. That was her walking out. And he just happened to follow her too. And then she discovers that Haley is wishing him condolences. She going to remember that name. She going to remember that text. She gonna remember all that because the wife don't forget nothing. So it is on. It is so on. And I just hope it don't go left for Andre and Haley because I need for that to happen. Let it happen. But she is definitely in boss mode. She is definitely not dancing because she is part owner now. She ain't got to dance, y'all. She don't got to do that no more. So it's a little bit different. A lot more may be popping off between her and Uncle Clifford because they seem to be bumping heads like nobody's business. 25K left in the pot. How is they going to overcome that? Which is the only reason why it scares me that she may consider taking that money and selling if she feel like she can't get it back popping up in there. But we shall see. The Paradise Room is being renovated and doing good, looks good, except they got to get rid of that blood that's still left from Octavia's. She wants them to paint the walls red because it's going to see through. So you can't see through red on red. So obviously that's what they're going to have to do. So I can't wait to see what the Paradise Room going to look like after that. It's going to be a whole lot, y'all, and I'm here for it. I'm happy it's finally back after so freaking long. And I'm ready to see Mercedes and Pastor Patricia see what they got going on with each other. I'm ready to see if these two dancers gonna bring anything. Toy and Jupiter, they look so ratchet and look like they got a lot of ratchetness to give. And I'm here for the ratchetness. So cheers to the first episode of Pvalley, of it being back. I guess that's all that went. I'm definitely here for it. Yes, honey. Here for it all. So we got 8 episodes for the first season, which is typical. Hopefully we'll get more than 8 this season. You never know. It took them for a while to come back. There was a lot of legal action going on, which made it a little bit hard for it to come back right away, I heard. Because someone was saying that it was ripped off from their idea and they went through this whole entire thing. I'm going to have to look up what happened with that because I never heard nothing else about it. But yes, honey, cheers. It is back. But that's it for episode 1. It was everything it needed to be. It gave what needed to be gave. And it made me excited. A lot of people said that they didn't want to watch it because the ship has sailed for them. I don't care. It is back. I watched the one earlier to get back into the game, the finale from last season. And it brought me right back to where I needed to be. And I am happy it is here. I'm glad y'all came and kicked it with me. Y'all was great. Sheila, Uriah, Monique, Ellen. Y'all are always lovely. Who else? Xavier came through. Dominique came through. Too Cold came through. Y'all the bomb. Cool Gamer, who's always coming through for me. Thank you. I hope y'all have a good night because I'm about to sip the rest of this. Watch me something else. And take my tail to sleep. Y'all have a lovely weekend, and I will see you tomorrow night for Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right now. Hold on. We got probably threw him out the. Oh, hold on. I had went back to see. Yes. I will see y'all, lovely ladies, tomorrow night for Love and Marriage Huntsville, and we're gonna be talking about all this craziness that has been happening. We've got Miss Wanda getting fired, not getting fired. Child? We've got this illegitimate stuff going on. We've got possibly a reveal of one of Marceau's whoever she is. I don't know, but we got so much to talk about with that, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. So I will catch y'all tomorrow night, 10:45. Y'all know what's going on. I'll see y'all later, and I'm out this nasty thing.